Welcome back, my friends, as we explore the Shadowlands once more. This is a remake from a video I did long before entitled Graveyard Creature Found in Dark Woods. If you enjoy this video better than the original, please let me know below in comments. It was a quiet night in Georgia, in our hometown of Lawrenceville. Like many high schoolers, we were an adventurous group and hung out in some weird places. A few of my friends had an infatuation with coffins, and of course, the hearse used in funerals. Did I mention weird places before? There was an old cemetery, isolated and surrounded by woods. Dark, creepy. What's not to want to like and explore it? So we did. The moon was not full, but it was bright enough to see the surrounding area. It was so long ago that I forgot the exact number that went, although it would not have been many. My circle of friends in high school were small and close-knit. And even though this happened over 20 years ago, some things you just don't forget. We all had our flashlights and was goofing off. We had young men and women in our group, but nothing really happened in the woods. Oh no. No, the star of this story appears later. We walked back to our cars, ready to call it a night. We noticed someone had left their headlights on. Unfortunately, something else noticed that too. As we stood around laughing and joking at our foolish friend leaving his headlights on all night long, I noticed a movement from the woods. The car lights were growing dim, but me and soon the rest of my group could make out a figure slowly walking from the woods. It came upon the car and stood there for a minute looking at it. In the headlight we saw what it was, though I really can't explain what we saw, although I'll try. It was short and black, with long, clawed hands at the end of skinny yet muscular arms. It sort of reminded me of a baboon, but this baboon had a tail. It stood there for a moment, and then it turned its head and looked upon us, staring back at it. The dark face and those red eyes sent shivers down my spine. I could not help to think what those claws would do to me or any of my friends if it decided to attack us. Luckily, we never found out. After a few moments that seemed like hours, it turned and walked across the road to the other side of the woods, dragging those long claws on the ground below. You can hear the nails scraping across the ground. Then it was gone. For a few moments we stood there, not knowing if it would come back or not. We soon left that place, and I never went back there again. To this day, I have not seen that creature anymore. I have friends that are pagan now. One is a witch, and a couple are druids. They seem to think it was a guardian of the graveyard. But I honestly do not know what it was. All I know is when I drive by a graveyard now, especially at night, I slow down and watch. See if I see any movement coming out of those woods or the area around the cemetery. Sometimes I see that thing at night when I sleep. "20 years later, some things you just can't forget." This was a true story told to me by the dearest of friends. She believed it, and I believe her. I also think it was a guardian as well. Whatever it was, she was lucky to have seen it. Creatures from the other world do not make it a habit of being seen. And she's even more lucky, from what I hear, they did not try to chase them away. Feel free to comment below. As always, my friend, beware the Shadowlands. Always keep an eye out for things that go bump in the middle of the night.